Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about if condition, and after that I'm going to talk about if else condition. So we are actually calling them control flow. Why? Because think about this. Let's have a scenario here. In the previous steps we got some data, and this data could be integer numbers, this data could be string, this data could be character, this data could be boolean variable such as like true or false. So based on this result we have to take some action. Actually those results are coming from the real scenario, the real application, right? Because sometimes we need to get the number from the user interface, sometimes we need to get the result, api result, sometimes we need to get the database results, right? So based on those results we need to take some action. Okay, so let's say in the previous steps we are having some integer data, and which is gonna be 10. Okay, based on this 10 we need to take some action. If this number, so if the number I am having, that we are getting it real environment, that I am having this number, if it is less than or bigger than, if it is equal, or if it is a boolean, or if it is a string, like I need to take some action. To be able to do that we need to use if condition or if else condition. First I'm going to show you if, right? So I'm going to type if, and then you need to put parentheses, and then you need to put curly brackets. This is the structure of if that we are actually declaring here, right? So how do we do that? We need to put our variable inside of the if. So parenthesis is actually taking the condition. So we need to put some condition. What are we trying to do with the if condition, right? So if my number bigger than 10, then I'm gonna do something, right? I'm gonna do something. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna print out something, right? I'm gonna print out something. My number is bigger than 10. So let's say I'm gonna put 11, right? Because if we don't have else condition, it is not going to get in the else condition. So I want you to guys see what is happening when we put the condition inside of the if, and what is gonna be the result. So let's run this, and we will have my number is bigger than 10. So what is happening here? So if my condition is true, then it is gonna get in the if condition. But if this condition is not going to be correct, then it is not going to get in the if condition. So let's say less than 10. My number is less than 10, and you will not see anything on the result, anything on the console. As you can see, when I run it, when I execute my code, you don't see anything on the screen, on the result panel, because the condition is not true. If the condition is true, it is getting inside of the if, right? Okay, so now let's say we are having some boolean variable which is coming from the real environment. Boolean, bool, let's say bool. that's funny, but let's say bool, and it is gonna be equal true. It is gonna be equal true, right? Okay, so based on this variable, I'm gonna take some action. I need to take some action. Okay, to be able to take some action, I'm using if condition here. Okay, and then this is the structure of the if, and I need to put my condition here. Bool, if bool equals false, then it is gonna get an if condition. But if boolean is equals true, then it is gonna get in, in the previous example it wasn't going to get an if condition, but this time bool is equals true, right? That means it is gonna get in the if condition. So okay, then I'm gonna take some action here, and I'm gonna say my condition is matching, right? My condition is matching. So, or you might want to do something like this. Okay, my number is bigger than 10, and also I want to do something like if my number is less than 10, it is not getting here, but I'm gonna make it bigger. So if my number is bigger than 10, I'm gonna add something to my number. So I showed you guys compound operators. I'm gonna add another 10. Oh my, right? Another 10. And after that, you need to execute this, print this out in the num, and then you can see the result is going to be 20, right? The result is going to be 20. As you see, of course, it's not going to be 20 because it is 11, and 11 plus 10, it is going to be 21, right? My number is bigger than 10, and then my result is going to be 21 because I'm adding 10 into my number, into my variable, right? And here we are saying, so once you decorate your number, you can keep using this, right? You can, I can even use it here, and then num minus equals 10, and my result is gonna be 11, right? My result is gonna be 11 right now. And if I say, and then my result, if I execute it, and then my result is going to be 11, right? So in these conditions, right? So what do we understand here? Based on my previous result, I am taking some action with the if condition, right? So it's so nice, right? I like it. It's amazing job here. So these are actually the basement of the programming languages, the basement of the programming languages. Like, we have to really work on this, understand this, how to use if condition, and then we can move forward the else condition, if else condition. Okay, in the previous steps that we are having, so let's say some string variable, let's call it name equals Mike, right? Equals Mike. Okay, so in the previous steps, I'm having some string, and based on this string, I want to take some action. Okay, what kind of action you will take, we will see. So this is the declaration of how this is the structure of if condition. You have to have parentheses because you will put the condition there, and then you will have the curly brackets, and then how do we decorate the else? You can do this. But you are not putting, there is not gonna be any condition in the else condition. In the else condition, right? In the else condition, we are not going to have any condition. Because this is like you already having some one condition, and if that condition happening, you will take some action. If it is not happening, you will take some action. Okay, so let's say my name equals, let's say Yildirim. I'm checking, I'm telling Java, hey, in the previous step we got some result, but this result, is this result equal to Yildirim? Then do this. So what I'm gonna do, if it is Yildirim, then I'm gonna print it out, right? I'm gonna print it out. Okay. If this is equal to Yildirim, I'm going to print it out. If this is not equal to Yildirim, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to, let's print it out. Let's print it out. Else, no. And I'm gonna put here's concatenation. I'm doing concatenation here. Name is not equal to Yildirim, and the name is Yildirim, and I'm gonna put semicolon, and name is this, right? Name is this. Okay, let's execute this and then see what's happening. I'm gonna put some this here, and then I'm gonna put some this here. Okay, so what's happening here? My name, okay, name is not equal to Yildirim. Name is 11 because I'm printing not the name but the number. Okay, so name is not equal to Yildirim. Name is Mike. Right? There is no, okay. Name is Mike. So as you see here, you are taking some action based on the result, and you are telling Java to, hey, figure out what's going on with my workflow, and I'm gonna manage the rest of the workflow based on this result is happening in the back side, right? Which is happening in the previous steps, right? So let's say I'm gonna create another boolean variable, and I'm gonna call it so let's say is string, right? Is string. I'm gonna say true. Okay, so I'm saying that I'm getting some result based on the previous steps. Is string. It's if it is a string, like I'm getting some data storing in somewhere, and based on data, it is giving me some result which is string, which is boolean, and it is gonna be true in this case. So I'm gonna type if condition because I'm trying to do some workflow here, controlling my workflow, and I'm gonna say that is string. Okay, I'm telling Java to figure that out. So if is string is true, then I'm gonna take this action. If it is true, then I'm gonna say that my variable is my variable has string value, right? My variable has string value. Okay, in this case here, if it is not, what are you gonna do? My variable has not, doesn't have, or doesn't have string value. So when we execute this, we will see that how are we actually managing our workflow. My variable has string value because in the previous steps, based on the result, boolean its string variable is true, set the true. We stored true data inside of the is string, right? So based on that, I'm actually trying to figure out, hey, we store some data in a variable, and I'm trying to figure out if that variable has a string variable, right? String data inside of it, and what is going to happen. And as we see, as a result, my variable has string value because it's coming from here, because it is true, and it is getting if condition, right? It is getting inside of the if condition. So here int salary equals this 10,000, 100,000, right? Okay, if salary is $100,000, okay, what I'm gonna do is, if salary is $100,000, then I'm gonna accept that stuff, right? I'm gonna accept this stuff. So salary, how did I declare it? Salary is my, let's say salary. I don't know how to spell that, but let's say salary, and salary is like equals to 100,000. If the job of the salary equals to 100,000, then I'm gonna accept that offer, right? So I will accept that. Offer, right? I will accept that offer. Else, if it is not equal that one, I will not accept that salary, right? Why will I accept it? I will not accept that offer, right? I will not accept that offer. Okay, if the condition is correct, so Java is checking the if condition first. Hey, we have the variable, and that variable have some data, and that data is 100,000. If the salary equals to 100,000, then execute this code here. If it is not equals to 100,000, then execute else condition here. And then let's execute it and try to see what is going to be the result. I will accept that offer. We are going to accept that offer because salary is already equal to $100,000. So based on the workflow control workflow, if condition and the if else condition, you can manage your workflow. And based on the real data, you are getting the real data, getting the data from the real environment, and based on that, you might want to manage your workflow based on that previous steps result, because we are getting the result in the previous step, and based on that result, we might want to actually manage our code. Hey, if this is happening, do this. If it is not happening, do this. This is what it is. We can manage our workflow, also control our workflow with the if condition and also if else condition. So this video was about this if condition and the if else condition. I hope you guys liked the video. Please make a comment, subscribe, and like the video, and I see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.